Wake the fuck up! Alrighty. Welcome back to another great episode of Wake the Fuck Up. This is either a week later, 2 weeks later, maybe 4 months later, the right Scotty Edge. You know, old Scotty Slasher gets to hitting the old grandpa's cough syrup, and he's not productive like those of us who, when a camera isn't rolling, prefer the devil's lettuce. However, I digress. I'm here today, speaking of getting lit, with one of my favorite people in the history of the wrestling scene, Mr. Billy Lit. Billy, how you doing, my man?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm sitting here, I'm drinking this new kayfabe water.
Kayfabe water.
Kayfabe water.
Kayfabe water.
That's that new kayfabe, brother.
Kayfabing. Kenpai.
Kayfabe water.
Now, Billy, at the beginning of our show, we like to do some shout-outs. You got anyone you want to shout out?
Oh, man, yeah. Actually, I'd like to go ahead and put BPWA, Beckley Pro Wrestling Academy Association. We're really doing a lot of good stuff there. A lot of people that are trying to come into the business. I mean, this is the place. I mean, it's affordable. You really need to check it out. We're running Mondays and Wednesdays from 6 to 9. You really need to come down here. And I know a lot of people are talking right now. We're only like 6-7 months in. But to me, I feel like a lot of people are saying, oh, if you want to learn the basics, then come here. And to me, I feel like we're so much more than basics.
Beyond basics.
Way beyond
Definitely
basics.
not a bottom bitch kind of mentality.
No.
That's somebody else's weak-ass game.
No.
Now, where do they find information about this fine outfit?
You guys can check us out on Beckley Pro Wrestling, the Beckley Pro Wrestling Academy.
Not to be confused with the Pecker.
Yeah. But you can definitely check us out on there, man. We got a Facebook chat page. We got all kinds of stuff. Speaking of getting lit, I'm sitting here with my friend Hensley, the outlaw rock star. Ow! We're having a good time, man.
We are having a super good time.
It's really cool, man. I appreciate you having me on your show.
I appreciate you being here. I got a couple shouts too. Do you have any more shouts you want to lay out there?
No, not right.
It's kind of all encompassing for the moment. Maybe we'll find some more.
Maybe later.
I want to shout out my main man, Mike Winland. Shaka Khan. By the time this is edited, Shaka Khan 2016 will either be done or, maybe it'll be upcoming. You never know with Scotty. But Shaka Khan. I love you. We may be doing a live streaming thing there this year. We're tentatively approaching negotiations on that, but keep your eyes peeled. If we are, you won't have to keep your eyes peeled. If you're friends with me or Scotty on Facebook, it'll be all over it then. But other shout-outs I got, I want to shout out, I'm just going to shout out 5 random people. First 5 I think of. Lee Hara, Chris Woodall, Eamon Hardiman, my sister Penny Maple, Scott Gregg, dick-ass behind the camera. Shout all of you guys all.
My man. My man.
You can drink. You're treading the
new kayfabe.
The path of the righteous kayfabe. The Church of Kayfabe.
The Church of Kayfabe.
So I'm going to do a shot for me. I'm going to take a sip for you. So. We'll be right back. That was a terrible combination. Mistakes were made. That's not a lie. That was terrible.
Was it a bad dude?
Pretty bad.
For Steve, collecting debts was a quick paycheck.
Get fucked, dickhead!
Until they pushed him too far. Check is in the mail. Your head's in the mail. Steve didn't pay the power. Steve will masturbate in your shower. Steve.
Man, I totally should have bought that ColecoVision. Well, you can. put it on the card. See ya. Bye.
You want to charge it to the card? Steve charges you with a knife. Steve, don't pay your mortgage. He'll put you in the morgue. You're gonna die. Steve, death connected. Bring the magic home on VHS and Betamax.
From award-winning director Eamon Hardiman. When Simon Robertson and his family moved to a new town.
You know, I think we'll be very happy here.
He thinks his biggest problems will be making new friends.
What the fuck?
You just got pork chop, bitch.
Schoolwork.
In fact, the school board knew I was teaching you about pork chop. Being some serious shit.
But small-town life isn't as simple as he thinks. Pork chops. Meat is murder. Bring the magic home this holiday season on DVD and Blu-ray. Because Pork Chop is back, and you're all fucked.
Wow.
Yep. That was definitely tolerable.
Billy Lit.
What's up?
Outlaw Rockstar. Drunk as a dog on a Sunday morning, sitting next to a liquor bottle full of rum, pouring into his water dish.
It looks pretty empty, bro.
It does look pretty empty. I don't know what I just said, what it means. It doesn't matter. Billy Lit, how you doing?
I'm doing great, bro.
I'm going to conduct this entire interview with my eyes closed, like a blind man leading the blind. No, I'm not. I'm just kidding. I'm saying things. I digress. That's what I do. I digress. Billy Lit, it's good to have you here on the show.
Oh, man, it's great to be here, bro. For real.
We've talked for half an hour during the commercial break, but not in front of the camera.
Yeah.
But I digress. Again, I digress.
It's that new kayfabe shit.
Billy Lit, you have taken a saunter away from the wrestling scene, which is fine. Every now and then, those of us who have been there for a while, we need to take our breaks. I certainly take mine. And then someone finds me. I don't pick up the phone. People pick up the phone. They say, Outlaw Rockstar, God of Wrestling Commentary, I need you to come save the day and make me look like a top-notch promoter. I say, sir, I would love to do that because I love wrestling. I do anything for wrestling, but Jerry Maguire, bitch, show me the fucking money. Because that's who I am. But you're taking some time off. But the fans don't care about that. We want to reflect on the before time. We want to reflect on the master of the atomic bomb. The guy who made you believe lit or not. Let's hear about the formative Billy Lit. How'd you start off? Who'd you start off with?
To be honest with you, man, I used to do this thing called backyard wrestling, and
Fuck you say.
yeah, the fuck I said.
I did the backyard wrestling in a turbulent territory known as Wallback Championship Wrestling.
Really?
Where we had the Thunder Pool. I shit you not.
Dude, say you swear to God.
I swear.
I swear to God. Man, really, to be honest with you, whenever I started out, I did collegiate style wrestling. I have a background.
Do you really?
Yeah, I have a little bit of background. I can handle myself. I ain't got hands, but man, if somebody steps up, it's time to step down, cause
basic control of the wrist.
Yeah, it's just simple stuff, man. I'm just like, oh my God, why are you fucking with me now? Because it's bad. I'm not sitting here and saying that as a badass. I'm saying that as a person who does what is absolutely necessary to win.
Okay. So you got the collegiate experience. How does that lead you to the pro wrestling?
Well, to be honest
Where did we
with
get
you,
that foot in the door?
I got a hashtag backyard roots. Hashtag backyard roots. A lot of people are asking me this. I get some emails and they're like, whoa, why not? Why do you say this? Why do you put this over?
They want to know about the backyard roots, how that brought you to where you are.
And it is a total negative.
So what is it?
The negative is that the pros do not want that a part of this business.
Well, let's set the pros aside. How's backyard lead you to the pros? For you. Not
me,
for anybody else's expectations or their visions.
Exactly. For me, it ended up being more or less a segue into what professional wrestling was. I wished I didn't do the things that I done on Backyard. I should be on those videos back in the 90s. Back in the 90s, whenever you could, like, backyard wrestling, and you had
the videos of the guy that's like, I'm going to be a pro wrestler. It's like I've watched these. There's like some dude named Viper or something on one of them, and like, he's absolutely terrible. And he gets like his first thing, and it's like a battle royal. He's in for 20 seconds. He's like, never again. I'm not going to do that until I'm ready to live my dream. I need more training. Motherfucker, you don't need more training. You need a backbone. I think maybe that's the reason backyard wrestling gets such a bad vibe for the people that did. Because I do think a lot of wrestlers, and they don't want to say it because it does have that negative connotation, were backyard wrestlers because it's what you were doing when you were fucking off with your friends and you didn't have a dime and you couldn't train, but you liked wrestling and you wanted that moment just privately where you were there.
Stephen Hensley, I have to say that we were living room wrestlers way before.
I did a moonsault in the living room once and hit my feet on the floor on the ceiling tile and went straight down the whole time. I'm like, so this is how it ends. And then the last second, like, I flipped over. I'm like, I am a god. And then I pinned my friend in like the living room while their parents were going, and like, then I think I still lost our backyard wrestling falls count anywhere match. But it's on camera somewhere.
1998.
If it ever surfaces, my career's dead.
1998. Me and somebody you guys might know. His name is Heath.
Heathy baby.
Red
Dragon.
Yeah.
Breathes fire.
Man, really, to be honest with you, that's my best friend. I've got two best friends that I hold dear to me, that I love, that I keep, and I will protect. I've got two of them, and one of them is a Heath, and I'm telling you right now, man, WWE Universe, this is me looking at you right now. He's been there longer than anybody else has.
Taker.
CM Punk, let me tell you something. What you're doing right now is awesome. Go venture out wherever you're going. But you need to know about your backyard roots. What brought you to the dance?
We're all about the backyard roots.
This right here is me telling you that I actually made backyard bookings, made money.
Wait, you made money on backyard wrestling? No one makes money on backyard wrestling. You lose $12 on the pizza we split between the 12 of us.
Nobody makes money on hot dogs. The hot dog and the handshake payout, you know about that. But to be real,
that sounded like innuendo all the way. A handshake for your hot dog.
Oh man,
we're going to hand out some mighty good payouts this evening. Just line up in the back of the dressing room.
But to segue into what actually happened, Michael Cook and Heath went to train with the name that you should not speak of, Brian Logan.
Holy shit, Brian Logan. There's a name. There's a guy who's left a career path of why did I do that at this moment? Like he's got a mind and he has some connections, but he has a temper. Some people's redneck gets to their brain too quickly. Of course, there's the time he laid out 80-year-old woman or however old she was. I just know that it looked terrible in the video. All I can think is this guy's never getting a job anywhere.
What about CNN, man? Man, CNN like plugged it so much. My whole thing about this is he went to somewhere near Princeton. I'm not 100% sure. Him and Michael Hook. Michael Hook, I'm plugging you.
Here's the Michael Cook.
Yeah. You guys went out there, and whenever you guys came back to Backyard, and we were actually taking bookings, you guys actually opened my mind to the possibility. And then to segue into what we're going to, I went down to Atlanta, Georgia, and it was amazing, man. It was totally amazing.
Now, when you say Atlanta, Georgia, were you at the power plant? Or
the formerly known,
right?
Whenever I first started going down there, it was the WA4. But before that, it was the WCW power plant, and then it was like
Sergeant Buddy Lee Parker.
Dude, Sarge is something else.
Was he there when you were there?
Yeah.
Wait, you got to meet the Sarge?
Yeah.
Buddy Lee Parker, that freaking fire plug of a human being. He seemed like he could go forever because he was on every fucking show. That guy had to wrestle 100 matches of TV taping back in the days of pre-tape TV.
I went down there for just a little bit. He actually tried to beat me out of wrestling, which, by the way, just so everybody knows, if you train to be a professional wrestler, there are times that wrestling beats you out of this business. And to me, it was like he was trying to do that.
Do you think he was doing it because he was down on you? Or was it because he was trying to see if you could prove something to you or to him? Or is the whole training process a mindfuck?
It was mindfuckingness, but I proved it to myself. And the only compliment that I ever got was he looked at the class. And I'm telling you, it's not like 2, 3, 4 trainees. No, there's like 20. And they're all wanting to be a part of this wrestling business. And I've sat here, I've done all the drills. I've went in all wrestling rings. I've done 100 squats. I've done like 50 push-ups. I've hit the ropes 50 or 60 times when I shouldn't be able to.
Ready to vomit.
And ready to vomit. And then we go into tackle, drop down, leapfrog, drop down, leapfrog, drop down, leapfrog,
hip
duck
toss,
2, hip toss, arm drag, body slam, then switch. And after everybody was sitting there and they're fucking drenched on sweat, you couldn't beat me out of the ring. I was still in the ring. And you know what he said?
What did he say?
He said, this guy right here is the reason, and this is this was his last day of training. This was his last everything. Like this is the last hoorah. He said, what the problem is with this business today is I can't beat this little shit out of the fucking ring. And everybody else is outside. That's the problem.
It's a hell of a compliment. So, Billy, let's fast forward from your training there. I don't want to cut you off too early there because we could spend a minute there. One of these days we'll have an informal podcast. We'll have a 4-hour interview. I'll get drunk and stoned, and we'll do this all night long. You won't be here for the preceding part of it.
Water.
I'll do that down at Pipestem State, bubble above the planet. But, however, I digress. Coming out of the power plant, you're starting to wrestle. You break in. What's your first big highlight along the way? What's the moment you say this is starting click for you?
Starting click was whenever I came back to Atlanta, Georgia. A guy by the name of Curtis Hughes.
Shut the fuck up, Curtis Hughes. Mr. Hughes.
Shut the fuck
Mr.
up.
Mr. Curtis Hughes. I love Mr. Hughes.
Mr. Hughes.
Mr. Hughes, bodyguard to the total package. Lex Luger is world champion. Right-hand thug to Harley freaking Race. Harley Race. The master Harley Race. 7-time world champion Harley Race.
Mr. Hughes brought me into the business.
That's
For real.
awesome.
Mr. Hughes.
Big cat.
Yeah, Big Cat. Yes. Oh my God. Yes, this is really
I'm a
good.
student.
Okay, you're a student in the game. Mr. Hughes, man, he really brought me in. He really showed me the right way. And it was awesome. I like to tell people, a lot of the trainees, especially at BPWA, Beckley Pro Wrestling Academy, be there.
Be there or be square or die.
But he recently left. Man, that was my trainer. I cried.
It's a hell of a trainer.
Oh yeah, it really was.
I mean, really, like, I remember a lot about him. Not the least of which is for a guy who was so big, and he always had a very menacing presence. Most of his career he spent for a big guy who's every bit as capable, in my opinion, as Ray Traylor was during his prime.
Exactly.
He spent most of his career building other people's careers. He was the enhancement. He was the enforcer. He was the guy that put over the guy that was going to wrestle the guy that he was there to protect.
Carpenters.
You can't build a house without a carpenter.
Gotta have those carpenters, man. And it just seemed like to me whenever I was there, like I got a whole lot too quick. But man, I'm so thankful for that time. And I really got a whole lot of knowledge. But whenever I came up to West Virginia, it was just like I didn't even know. I had no clue. Independent wrestling. I had no clue. But wrestling found me. And whenever pro wrestling found me, it was just it was like, yes, this is what I'm meant to do. This is exactly what I'm meant to do.
Okay, so you know what you're meant to do.
Oh, dude, this is the only thing.
Tell us about that moment, that big moment for you so far, where you feel like the wrestling business gave you that one of the moments. I don't want to say the moment. It's like Jason Kincaid said the last time he was on here, that big moment. I hope it hasn't happened yet. But what's one of those first big breadcrumb moments along that trail that wrestling left for you, where you said, "Man, I'm on top of the world right now"?
I'm not quite on top of the world, Hensley. I'm sorry.
Not yet, not ever.
I've had a lot of great moments.
So give me one of the better ones out of the great moments you have had. Let's go with that. One of them, not the defining one. If you don't want to pick a favorite, I know that's kind of hard when someone puts you on the spot. You don't want to insult anyone who may have been as good or better.
I watched Jason Kincaid talk about, like, I hope I haven't had it yet. I really truly believe that I hope I haven't had it yet. There's a reason that I do double shots, triple shots, single shots, whatever.
We're talking about the weekend wrestling circuit, not shots of alcohol for anyone out there who may want to make mountains out of a fucking molehill here. But I'm the only drunk bastard on the show, wrong bottle, Kim Pie. And, I'm very thankful to be that guy because I don't have to answer to anyone. So fuck you on behalf of everyone that does have to answer.
I really like your shoes, by the way.
Thank you.
I also like the camera.
I'm a hero
shoes.
and a half shell. A half-baked shell.
I really don't like the fact that you guys ain't got purple bandanas on those. I'm Donatello, so.
Well, we don't want to steal your gimmick.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Give me one of your big wrestling moments for you, though. One of those ones that, for you, was electric.
Man, there's so many, and like Jason said, he hasn't had.
Well, if you were on pick one, if someone came to you today and said, "Billy Litt, tell me the match. Tell me the match you've had thus far that I should watch if I only have time to watch one of your matches."
I would say this. My next match. Well,
that certainly leaves the door open. Billy, when is that next match for you? Because there's a guy out there. I don't know if you've heard of him. Wears an orange jumpsuit named Rusty Shank. And I talk to Rusty all the time. Rusty's my boy. He's a little underhanded. He's a little outlaw, if you will. He kind of lives a rock star mentality of fuck you, I'm the man. And he says, Billy Litt's a little bitch. He ain't got what Rusty Shank got. Rusty Shank, he don't wait for an opportunity. He knocks the damn door down. He fucking steals it. He doesn't give a damn if he deserves it.
Yeah, well...
He says he'll shank you to get ahead. Now, I want to get your thoughts on that, but when we come back, here in about 2.5 minutes, 1 minute, I don't know, whatever the fuck Scott does. But when we come back,
What are you doing, Scott?
I want to get your thoughts on Rusty Shank.
Scott, put down the drink.
Scott, stop touching.
Scott.
Stop touching yourself. Stop it. Stop. Put down the fucking... don't put down
damn
the
it.
boy. Scott. Commercial. Just go to the commercial.
God.
Bless it all.
Greetings, my friend. We are all interested in the future, for that is where you and I are going to spend the rest of our lives. You are interested in the unknown, the mysterious, the unexplainable. That is why you are here. And now, for the first time, we are going to bring you the full story of what will happen on that fateful day. The incidents, the places. My friend, we cannot keep this a secret any longer. Can your heart stand the shocking facts about Gregg? God help us in the future.
Are you managing your own website? Have you had much progress lately? Let Cucumber & Company handle all the headaches. Your site will be mobile friendly, up to date, and search engine ready, starting at just $100 a month. Call today to get started.
For the best websites in WV, call 304-250-0123. CucumberandCompany.com.
The fuck did you come from?
You know what?
You have a microphone there if you want to talk. Well, I know that you aren't sketching.
Is this the microphone that Billy...
For those of you who don't know who this is the aforementioned Rusty Shank, the man who says he doesn't give a damn for Billy Litt's kind ways, for his glad-handing I love the fans attitude, for his career trajectory per se. Rusty Shank, where's Billy Litt at?
Billy Litt has left the building.
Well, Billy Litt was here just a second ago.
No.
Wait, did you do something to Billy Litt?
Billy Litt has nothing to do with what I have to say. You see, right now, it's time to wake the fuck up. You want to know what pro wrestling is? You're looking at it. And every fan that buys a ticket is doing hard times.
All right, Rusty Shank. I'm going to go ahead and roll with what's in front of me here. Psychopath though you may be, victim of the system. Is that fair to say?
No, it's not.
So you're not a victim of the system.
I'm not a victim.
I've heard you were incarcerated for a time, sir.
Yes, I've been incarcerated.
But not a victim of the system. You deserve to be there. Is that what you're telling me?
No. What I'm saying is that it's totally unfair. Totally unfair that I'm behind bars. You see, I want to let everybody know that I, Rusty Shank, needs to let not only West Virginia, not only everybody out there know one thing. A lot of people like coal. And coal Coal keeps the lights on. But your hashtag pod life, you don't understand what actually means to be my celly. Because not only are you doing a hard time, I will knock your lights out. Cole keeps the light on. I am here.
Mr. Shank, you're at like a 22. I need you to dial that back to like a 6.5. I'm going to hang with you. You're not a scheduled guest, but I am happy to have you on the show. I appreciate your taste in lucha libre masks as well as your violent nature. I do not judge you. I appreciate you. Sweetie.
I'm okay.
Sweetie, you are okay.
But I'll knock your lights out.
You will. You will definitely knock their lights out, not mine. We're friends. We're Kim Pie. Still Billy Let's Drink. Fuck that guy.
Fuck Billy Lit.
Fuck him in the ass.
This is that new kayfabe drink.
Kayfabe.
New kayfabe water.
Kayfabe for life. Now, Rusty, you do a little bit of the wrestling yourself. Can you tell me about that first moment for you in the ring where it all sank into place, where it all clicked? What was it?
Every time I step through those ropes, that is when it clicked for me. When the bell rings, my opponent does not know he is doing hard time.
All right, Mr. Shank. For a man named the Shank, I feel we have to ask this question, as you keep saying it. For the Shank, what's hard time?
Hard time. Mm-hmm. Whenever you don't get commissary.
Ladies are waiting.
Ladies, send your money to me, Rusty Shank.
He accepts PayPal.
Come on. Rusty Shank needs those rum noodles and those honey buns because I'm working out.
MasterCard accepted?
Exactly. Just go right down to SRJ and just give them their money.
So, Rusty, I'm going to interject here for a moment. Segueing from where this is going, do you do the webcam sex sites? Is that what I'm hearing here?
Well,
PayPal, MasterCard, Rusty Shanks, delivers, hard time. You are a living, breathing sex ad, sir.
I'm telling you what, man. There's a lot of chicks on the independent wrestling scene that's making a lot of money. And
by doing hard time.
Oh, man. Let me tell you about hard time. I'm telling you, the hard times.
It gets so hard. Is it lengthy? I think we want to know if it's lengthy.
It depends on if you
It's a big old thick stack of sentences for the ladies.
Are you a premium member?
Well, I've got $29.99 a month.
Well,
it's like the WCW hotline.
Well, this is not 1-800-909-9900. This is you're paying to watch me.
What are you doing?
I'm doing hard times, and trust me, the getting is getting good.
I heard this same trailer dialogue for the Last Burning Angel video, and there was a girl in that did things with gummy bears that you would not believe.
Hey, I got a question for you, Hensley.
Yes, sir.
Seeing as how I'm on your wake the fuck up.
You are.
Time to wake the fuck
You're
up.
the most enthusiastic plugger for my show I've ever had.
Well, awesome.
Just plugging away.
Plug it.
I can see it.
What do you call a bear?
Mm-hmm.
A bear with no teeth.
No teeth.
What do you call that, Hensley?
I don't know.
A gummy bear.
That was a great, terrible joke. I loved it.
It's great.
All right, Rusty Shank, let's get down to the nuts and bolts of the situation. What's your favorite foreign object?
A shank.
What's your favorite way to use it?
To see blood.
If you could make anyone see blood, who would it be?
It would actually be everybody who does not want.
So everyone in the world, you want to see everyone in the world bleed?
Oh, yes.
So you're essentially a mindless anime villain.
Oh, that's good. That's really good. You're trying to trip me up. That's great.
Let
me tell you right now. Let me tell you right now.
Okay.
I will, without a shadow of doubt, kill anybody who steps in my way.
How are you killing them?
How am I feeling now?
Killing them.
Killing them?
Killing them. Murder, death. Murder, death, kill. We're Demolition Man style.
187. Yes, let's do it. I will tell you right now, whenever somebody steps in my pod, whenever they're welcome into my cell,
how did this happen?
When those doors close behind, just know hard times is just the first. The first.
Many volumes.
Yes, I am spitting on a mic because I mean it. The first time those doors close, I'm telling you to come on in.
All of you.
Come on in.
Step on through.
He am the judge.
Master of judgment.
The jury.
He gets the vote.
And
wait for it.
Rusty Shank.
What is he? Tell him.
Is the executioner.
You, sir, are a violent, mean man. We're going to have to close this thing up. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, Rusty, I don't know what the fuck to make of you. You are a nice, young, violent man. You like hurting people, and I appreciate that. But I need you to think of a real fucking shout-out, okay? One real fucking shout-out. Then we're going to say goodbye to all the folks out there in the happy world. And then you can go home, and you can dream of ways to hurt them all. And we'll swim in a river of blood, okay? Not at all like an anime villain. Like a badass wrestling god, okay? A badass wrestling god. There we go. Right there, kayfabe. All right.
New kayfabe.
New kayfabe. All righty then.
Music, animation, short films, and weird stuff. It's Radio Free Charleston.
All right, Rusty, you got less than 90 seconds here. I need you to shout out your favorite violent... what are you doing? Shout out your favorite violent method of hurting somebody. You got less than 70. Go.
Trace.
Take notes.
Trace, whenever you wake up in the pod.
Write this down.
Write it down. Take a note. Take a picture.
This is how you hurt people.
Wake the fuck up.
What do you use?
A tray.
Uh-huh.
A tray.
Yeah.
That gives you life.
What is it? A tray?
A tray.
Uh-huh.
And let me tell you
what is
about
it?
A tray.
Tray of? A tray of?
A tray.
What is it?
There is nothing on that tray.
Uh-huh.
It hits you up. Pop your balding.
What is it?
It is a tray and it hurts.
Of what?
It is a tray of pain.
Painful what?
A painful time to be alive. 'Cause that's what I'll take away from you. Because I am Rusty Shank.
All right. Somebody get this young fellow a big old bowl of ramen noodles and a commissary, whatever. Don't send him beans though. This guy, he's like a gas factory. We're gonna see you next time on Wake the Fuck Up. I'm the Outlaw Rockstar. This is fucking Madman in a Mask. We'll see you next time. Kimpai.
What you gonna do today, motherfucker? Can't you know your plans are wet? Wake the fuck up. Get the fuck up out of bed. Cake baker, wake it, bake it, get it fed. Wake the fuck up. What you gonna do today, motherfucker? Can't you know your plans are wet? Wake the fuck up. Wake